It's hard to admit when you're wrong, and I feel like I have to do that. I used to think that good art could only be done when you were just like in massive amounts of pain and anguish and depression and all the throes of just pain. I used to think that that's where like really good quality art came from. And I never thought it was possible to make art using positive emotions instead. It was always just the negativity in me that I just had to get out of me. It was like overflowing and I had nothing, it had nowhere to go. And so I put it into art. And as a result, I've done a lot of what I consider for myself to be like masterpieces, I guess, or art that is just like, oh yeah, like I like that, right? And like I've never really cared what other people think of my art. Art has always just been very for me. And so in doing art, using like all this pain and channeling it into my art, it's almost like it felt like my art was always carrying this dark secret. Anytime someone would tell me that they liked a thing that I did, I'd be like, cool, the picture is nice, I get it. But you don't actually know what went into the creation, like how much of my anguish and my emotional like pain went into this thing. And it's always just felt weird to me. This painting that I'm doing has changed a lot because it was done over the course of like many weeks just because I couldn't figure it out. And I couldn't really figure it out because when I was trying to paint it, when I started it, I wasn't really in a position of pain. I was kind of just like, I felt normal, but I was trying to get this done because it had to get done. It was a commission to finish your work. I just couldn't get it right. It didn't look right. And I was like, man, I need to be in more pain to get this done. And I couldn't do it. About a year ago, probably a bit more than a year ago, I thought my life was like kind of over, and not to be like overly dramatic, but I tore my ACL doing this thing that I really love, tricking, and that injury kind of took me out of it. It took me away from my sort of main purpose in life, this thing that consumed so much of my time and my thoughts. And then when that was taken away from me, I was like, oh fuck, I don't know what to do. I tried so many things. I was so empty, and I tried to fill that void so hard using art, trying to post it on YouTube, putting these like rants up and stuff, and hoping for some more like human connection, and it just wasn't, none of it was really working. What did end up working was like talking to my therapist more, trying to talk to people more, and identifying who I really got along with and then leaning into that. My buddy and I, who I've known for 15 plus years, started this voice memo exchange where we leave each other voice memos every day, and sometimes they get really long and in depth and we can talk about anything. And I guess what I'm trying to say is all these things, all these positive experiences and relationships in my life really led me to being supercharged with positive emotions, to the point that that was spilling over too, in the same way that like previously the negativity was spilling over, and there was too much of it. I had to get it out. And now I am just overflowing with all this positivity, and it's, at first I didn't really know what to do with it, but it's almost like I had to get it out with art, my trusty release valve for emotions. Except that this time there was no pain necessarily. It was just, it's all this positive feelings, a greater, I don't know, appreciation for my own fucking life. And that just led to, I don't know. It led to me being able to use that energy into something productive, into something expressive and visual. And I didn't think this was fucking possible before, but now apparently it is, and that's cool. As I was coming home today on the GO train, I started tearing up because I was like, oh man, like I'm there, like life is so good now that I never thought that my torn ACL would be the best thing that's ever happened to me, and yet here I am being like, I would not trade that for anything. And that's cool. That's a cool spot to be in. Right now I'm in the process of starting a podcast with some friends, and I'm so excited about this project. Like, unlike any other project I've been a part of or done myself, like I believe in this way more than any of my own fucking bullshit. And it's a scary spot to be in because now it's like I'm not the only one involved, but it's so much fun. and it's art, and it's coming from a place of like over spilling positive energy, and it's kind of exciting. It's exciting, it's novel. It's nice to have a YouTube video where I am expressing some positivity instead of my typical, oh my god, I'm so fucked up right now. Right now, I'm buzzing. And it's a cool feeling. I just want to take the moment to share this and to maybe share the idea that there is hope. Like, even when you think, I don't know, your life is fucked beyond repair and that you're just gonna stay depressed forever. I don't know, if you keep actively trying to pull yourself out of it, there's a chance that things will work out. And it kind of did for me, or are working out for me, and that's something that was not on my fucking bingo card for me to be this happy. And it's cool, it's novel, and I just want someone to share that with. It's hard to speak that message in front of people, but I suppose it's a kind of a cool place to express it here on YouTube, as a little timestamp in my life, to be like, oh hey, you figured some shit out and life is good. Good job, good work, you did good this time. You've been working hard. You've been working hard, motherfucker. And that hard work is paying off a little bit. And that's cool. I'm happy. Look at me, I'm happy for the fucking first time in so long, man. Holy shit.